talking with Dennis about Home for Life renovations. During the break, we were talking about, I said, I would imagine one of the big things in convincing someone who is in need of a renovation to make their life a little more easy as they move on would be the whole dignity part of it. The people probably don't want to be told that they need changes.
Well, and I would agree with that statement, and that's certainly nothing that I do with folks. It's never telling. It's really asking. It's everything that we propose to folks. Every part of our discussion is at their direction.
You just lead them to the water. They
that's
drink
really
it.
It's really about having that open conversation, and that's really not even the hardest part. Even though maybe the first couple minutes of meeting someone and entering their home and just saying hello and all that sort of thing is, no matter what you do, it's a little, trying. But
once the ball gets rolling, they say, "Hey, maybe I got an idea for the bathroom."
Yeah, and 5 minutes into it, I'm being invited there because there's a purpose in mind, in their mind. So once we, get past the pleasantries and say, let's get down to brass tacks here with what we're here to talk about, folks are very eager to really have a full, honest discussion about what their needs are.
Do you think the apprehension comes from not knowing what your options are as a person who may need these services, like just not knowing what you can and cannot do?
I think that's certainly part of it. They may have a notion that they're going to be sold something.
Right.
And that's not what we do. We provide the information. We honestly give them a full kind of layout of here's what we see is your needs. Here's what we suggest for solutions, and let us know if we can help you.
And they probably have a lot of kids coming at them going, you should do this, you should do that, you need to do this. And then that puts them defensively.
I told you, Mom,
Yeah, certainly. With yes.
You've got to break through all those defense barriers, so to speak.
Yeah, well, and we'll find that typically we're the second source for them when they've been hearing it. And they'll tell us, "Oh, my daughter's telling me that." I said, "Well, you might want to listen because here's what I'm here to tell you that she's right on with this."
Okay,
say you have a situation where Mom is in a wheelchair, but she still wants to keep using the kitchen, for instance. So you change the actual layout and the physical look of the kitchen to suit someone who is in a wheelchair. What does that do to the value of the home down the road? And can you undo these renovations if you have to?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah?
Yeah. A typical modifications that happen with, someone who is in the wheelchair is that we'll take certain sections of the kitchen cabinetry and just lower them. So we'll bring the countertop down to their working level, or we'll add, take a drawer out and add in a pull-out cutting board, and we'll have like a multiple layers where one's a cutting board, down below that it'll be a pull-out cutting board that has actual circles cut out in it, so they can take a mixing bowl, place it into that little cutout, and now it holds it for them.
Oh,
excellent!
So instant assist to their daily living that keeps them active in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
and I'm sure the ideas just come like crazy.
Oh, sure.
We could have you on in 6 months, and you may have come up with all new concepts.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these are things that either are just helpful hints that someone could obviously make the quick modification to them, but like I said, we're there to help them for anything that they want. A lot of other things that people don't think about is like using the oven.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for someone who's in a wheelchair, let's say, if you're using an oven, is that big door comes down and puts you away from, now it's dangerous because you're reaching. Well, they have ovens that have a side hinge on them, so they open up like a regular door.
How great.
So that's now handy. They can actually get to where it is and not be extending themselves and possibly endangering.
All right, let's go to the bathroom. Maybe I should rephrase that.
I'm okay.
Let's look at renovations for the bathroom. We kind of hit upon that a little bit.
Yeah,
railings are the obvious, but what are some of the ones that we may have missed?
Sure. Beyond grab bars, it's shower safety. One thing that happens a lot is that we talk about roll-in showers, taking out that trip hazard. Because even in some of the nursing homes or assisted living facilities, they'll have showers in the living quarters, but they all have they're all like a one-piece unit or something like that, and they all have that little 3-4 inch lip that you have to step over, and sometimes that even that little bit can be a hazard for folks. So it's rolling the things, but an early modification is just a shower seat, and it's more than just a bought seat that sets in the shower that can be water resistant. So because again, that can also has its own little hazard because it moves around, or it can move around if you're in that position where you're shifting and all of a sudden things slip around. And so what we'll do is we'll do a permanently affixed shower seat.
See, I want one of those.
That sounds like fun, doesn't it?
And they're comfortable, and they're just so safe that there's no question about it.
Phone number for Home for Life Renovations
is 444-0300.
444-0300. We have that
and you'll
number.
Talk directly to me.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, sure.
Oh, great. We have that number on our Property Source Radio website for you, as well as a link to their website. Dennis, good to see you again.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Thanks, Pat. Good to see you
Thank
again.
you. Same here. Same here. Come on in again whenever you're available.
Love to.
Yeah, enjoy the game tomorrow.
I certainly will.
And when we come back, we have a couple more guests we want to introduce you to. We will talk some real estate when we come back to Property Source Radio here till 10 o'clock on Sports Radio 950 ESPN.